Hey guys, John here. Today we're in Sytrus and let's make some type of plucky, almost arpeggio, something kind of like that. So let's go to default subtractive to default subtractive. Okay, so let's open up our filter just a little bit here. And let's change this from a saw to a triangle. And for our filter volume here, let's give it just a release here. Okay, so that's cool for right there. Now back in the operator here, let's go to the pitch and let's go to LFO and let's select our pencil tool, deselect the magnet and right click and kind of erase all of that here. Uncheck our pencil and then enable magnet for now. So maybe we're gonna have something on tempo, like maybe halfway here and then kind of go up a little bit here and then we're gonna kind of go back down. And let's take a listen to that. We could maybe even extend that a little bit further. Okay, so that's kind of cool. So let's kind of bring this down a little bit. So let's get our magnet off and kind of just go down a little bit here. And let's kind of fade this in, grab this little point here and kind of give it a little bit of a curve in here. And maybe round it off a little bit. Okay, so that's kind of cool for now. Let's maybe bring back the volume here. Now let's go to the second operator here. And for this one, we're going to go for a saw wave, enable pluck here, and let's kind of disable this by right clicking and bringing the second one in here. See where this sounds different octaves up. So maybe with that vibrato, let's kind of dial it back a little bit here. So grabbing this note here, we can even zoom in a little bit here and kind of just bring that down. Kind of bring this curve down as well. And you know, what we could also do is extend this here and bring this a little bit to the left. So enable our magnet again and kind of make it die out a little bit sooner. Okay, so let's add some unison in here. So go to the main and let's say maybe 3, bring down the pitch and the phase because we're going to do that ourselves. Now go to the phase random for this one and bring it up. And then for the phase unison, always change that as well and bring this down. You can delete that, it's up to you. So we got those two changed and then we can go to the pitch here and the pitch unison. And then take our magnet off and slightly change this here. And let's do kind of something similar to the second operator here. So the phase random, let's change this up here. And then for the phase unison here, let's change that as well. And then for the pitch unison here, this is going to be a slight change. Okay, so that's kind of cool now here too. And what might be kind of cool is if we had a sub bass that we could put on a macro. So let's take operator 3, let's send this just the output because we don't want to send effects to it here. And for number 3, we're going to have to give it its own envelope as well. So let's turn this guy on. Let me give it a little bit of attack. And a decent release. And then let's drop this down to maybe 0.5. So we have the sub bass right over there. So we're going to leave this all the way up here, but on operator 3, let's go to the volume and let's go mod X and maybe do some, actually, you know what? Maybe mod Y might be better because we can use a cutoff or something like that for the mod X here. So let's go to the main, let's turn on Y. So no sub bass. So Y is going to be our sub bass in this sense. And let's turn our oversampling to 4. Okay, so let's do a little bit of EQ here. So let's go out plus effects here, and then always take out that mud here. We can scroll this up and find where that nastiness is. Okay, so now we're kind of already ready for effects. So let's turn our effects knob up here. Let's go to effects and let's turn our chorus off. Let's get some delay, turn this on, and maybe for this delay here, let's go something like 4, something like that. And do ping pong. Have the serial to the second delay, turn that on, turn that one on serial as well. And then maybe for the time, let's go for 2 for this one here and leave it on normal. And bring this up here. And for our reverb, let's go to let's try the venue. Maybe bring the volume up for our reverb. And let's adjust our cutoff here. Turn our magnet back on. And we can turn this to the X and Y. So let's go for cut mod X and then bring this down and bring this up here. So if you go to the mod X. See how the mango filter sounds for this. Maybe try the lime low pass. Kind of like this with flat on the X2, so the 24 dB low pass. It's nice and bright and plucky and attacky, so this is kind of the spot where if we want to, we can keep it like this. Or we can add an ARP here with the nice settings here, which is why I really like FL Studio. So let's maybe go for a downwards range of 2. Let's bring our tempo down, maybe like 96, and see how that sounds. Go upwards. It's kind of cool here. Maybe a little bit too much resonance there. And this is kind of here where we can always dial in the release for our envelope here. We can maybe shorten this up a little bit here if it's too much of a tail. Because the reverb's kind of taking a lot of that tail there. That's kind of cool there too. Yeah, I'll leave a little bit of that fuzz on there. What is a patch without a little hair on it? Okay, so what do we call this thing here? We should call this... It almost has a little bit of a retro vibe, kind of. Oh man, patch names are difficult. The Pluck of Wonder, I guess, because that's all I have for that. The Pluck of Wonder. Oh god, that's such a lame name. Okay, so if you want to get the Pluck of Wonder, there is a link in the video description below, and it can be yours. Thank you for watching so much, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye.